Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Stay Hot live stream. We will be watching Bills versus Chiefs. What edition of Mahomes versus Allen is this? I wonder. I don't know the exact.
3 in
Is
the
it on
playoffs? 3.
the playoffs? It's just the third time,
Yeah.
or
I ain't
already
been
the
doing
third?
it for that long.
Yeah. I should say already the.
Thoughts on the Aiden Hutchinson playoff masterclass? He's going to stop getting
I think he had
lucky
a
any day now.
master class. I thought last week was a master class. Was this week? I don't think he was applying too much pressure, but I don't know. So Josh Allen is 3-1 in the regular season against Mahomes, but Mahomes is 2-0 in the playoffs.
So when it
against
really
Allen.
matters most, we'll learn much today.
We will learn a lot. I think we're going to learn a lot about Stephon Diggs and the validity of his elite status in this game. I think Snead has really done a good job this year. Hasn't allowed too many big performances, but I still think that he can be picked on in a playoff situation like this.
Where's Blaiden? He's on a flight back from New Orleans, maybe? Or to New Orleans?
Probably. Yeah, he's watching on that Delta screen in front of him right now, but he can't go live from the Delta screen in front of him.
What's up, Caleb? This is probably the most anticipated matchup, maybe of the whole playoff so far. This and hypothetical Ravens 49ers.
Yeah. Yeah, from the outside world, it probably is. Obviously, my personal life, it's been the Packers games, but yeah, it's got to be Bills Chiefs, right?
I'm
Is
sorry
Blaiden
about
dead?
those Packers, buddy.
I mean, we'll talk about it on the podcast, but
You can put it off for a little bit.
before we record, I want to put a ranking together of most painful Packers playoff losses. Because I haven't ever put that together. It's quite the list. It's quite it happens basically every year. The first year I really paid attention, we won the Super Bowl. Every single year past that, it's been
so tough, bro.
And it's never been like the only good playoff L that I can think of, or like one that doesn't bother me at all, was when we ran into the 2016 Falcons in the run the table year. Because it was just good to be in the NFC Championship game after turning the season around, and it was Shanahan and Matt Ryan and Julio and whatnot. I just kind of expected to get killed in that game, and it was over like immediately. I don't know if it's better to get blown out or lose close, but I'll tell you that one doesn't bother me. But there are other ones that keep me up at night.
I feel you. There's only one Panthers loss that really is keeping me up, man.
What's second place?
Oh,
you had to pick one.
Probably 2017 against the Saints. Not that team had enough juice to go do anything, but God, that has to be the worst group of receivers ever assembled for a playoff game. Truly and honestly, man.
I got the fake ass plays on his whiteboard. You want to know whose playbook a lot of them are from? Or almost all of them, except for the big one, which I wrote when I was just fucking around during the last live stream. They are fake ass plays because they're all Arthur Smith plays. we got a motion into a screen from the tight end lined up in the slot, motioning across and then getting it. Little spot concept with the double slants. Another tight end in motion behind the quarterback, and they hand it off inside zone. These are real plays from the mind of Arthur Smith. another screen up top, the fake potential smoke up there, and then they toss it into the flat. Those were just like the first 4 plays from some random game I was watching that I decided to put up there.
As a Niners
And
fan,
3
I
of them.
have a top 10 loss list that keep me up at night. I probably have it for OSU.
Definitely. I definitely have it for sports overall. Like some of the Suns L's in the Bucks championship were brutal. It's mostly Packers though. It's mostly Packers. Those Suns games are the only ones that actually come close. Now that I think about it, I don't really care. There are some World Cup games that hurt. I don't really pay too much attention to, the MLB or NHL or even college. Like ASU has never ripped my heart out,
They haven't gotten a hold of your heart to do that.
They haven't gotten a hold of right. So there was a loss that we had a long time ago versus Portugal where I think like Ronaldo had a header. We were up and then ended up drawing.
It's only soccer.
Do I think it's weird that the Falcons seem to be more interested in a defensive-minded coach than an offensive one? I don't find it weird because so many times these guys go with the opposite of what they just had.
I think the first goal is to find a good head coach, regardless of side of the ball,
Yeah, and this is also a defensive head coach class. Like, obviously, there's Ben Johnson, and I think that he's a really great candidate. But, Canales and Slowick, are they ready yet? They haven't quite proven it like Ben Johnson has. And then you look at Harbaugh, I kind of think of a CEO type more than just offense or defense. Vrabel is defense. Belichick is defense. And, I mean, McDonald is a great candidate. He's defense. He's as good as any of the offensive coordinators, right? So I think it makes sense that I don't think it's weird. Go,
Matt
Pack, go.
sent Caleb Downs and Julian Sayin back. Buddy, words can't describe how excited I am about Caleb Downs, dude.
He's nice. I didn't realize that Caleb Downs was number 2. I've watched so much of the Bama defense through our scouting lives every Tuesday. I just know number 2 is number 2. I was so ignorant. I didn't even know.
Such a baller, dude. He's going to be the best player on the team next year.
Yeah, and I didn't realize he was number 2 as a freshman as well. Like
true really freshman, man. He's so good, man. And I thought for sure it was like a done deal that he went to Georgia. That's a crazy pull by day. Ohio State NIL that's special.
He had no reason to transfer. Saban left. There's a big reason.
Somebody asked me about the movie Closer. I haven't seen it, but I do have a movie hot take.
Oh boy.
As last night I've watched what may be my least favorite movie ever.
Ooh. Is it one that's highly regarded?
Very.
Ooh. Let's hear it.
Fargo. I can't stand it.
Fuck you, dude. That's
Fargo
like my favorite movie ever.
Horrible movie.
That actually offends me.
A horrible movie. A horrible movie.
You don't get it. That movie rules.
I very much get it because it's one joke. It's one thing.
There isn't. What joke is there?
The joke, they're all talking like it's a satire how people talk in the Midwest. Okay. All right. And it's just all the dialogue is just insufferable.
No, it's not. The dialogue is classic. The Mr. Morris scene. I was tending bar down at Eckland's and Sweatlands last Tuesday, and this little guy is drinking. Geez, I'm going crazy down by the lake. That's such a great monologue. I will not stand for this. That's in my letterbox top 4. This is a betrayal. We're starting this live off with beef.
Sorry, dude. Like it's just not that funny to me. It's just it's
not supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to be Like,
It is
well,
supposed to be funny.
fun.
That's why you
I guess
you
it's like
like
a
that
dark
monologue because
comedy,
it's so
but
serious. It's
I
it's
guess I
it's
don't like.
far
It's just a
more
good.
far more a comedy than anything else. It never takes itself that seriously for more than 30 seconds at a time.
I guess so, but I don't know. I find it very.
Matt with a midwit take. I don't care. And I didn't put a review on it because I didn't want to hear it on Letterboxd. But
You
no,
have to put a review on it. You have to
no, I
stand
put a
on
1
business.
star,
Okay, you didn't
but
vocalize it.
I didn't write something, so you can't go comment
That
on it.
makes me sick. I want to focus on my darling Josh Allen instead of you
I'm just
pissing me off.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Stop it.
All right.
Uh-oh. What they called that.
Oh,
You're a little bit behind me, I'm guessing. So I'm going to commentate everything that happens. That's a fumble. They called that a fumble or incomplete.
they call that incomplete. That's definitely a fumble.
No, they suck at that rule. Worst loss ever, 2019 Clemson. That's my least favorite.
Fair enough.
The Master is particularly boring.
I watched a horrific movie that's critically acclaimed.
What?
It's In Bruges.
I haven't seen it.
Same guy, same director as Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and the Banshees of Irishan. I don't know how to say the last thing. I haven't seen it. I really like Three Billboards though, but In Bruges was awful. That's definitely a fumble by Diggs. And then did they call it a foul on Kincaid batting it out? Yeah. Okay, good. They got that right.
Have you seen other Coen movies? I like other Coen movies. I really like the Coen brothers. That's what's crazy about it. I don't know. It's like you think about like that was a big time throw. Dang.
Bang. Holy.
But like Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Classic. But that's because Southern people are just funnier.
It's just what the fuck?
Southern, like the way that people
accent is funnier than the Midwest.
It's just yes, that's true. It just is. It's just more culturally relevant.
Come on, Diggs.
Favorite Coen Brothers movie, and why is it not Burn After Reading? It might be Burn After Reading. Probably Oh Brother Where Art Thou, but Burn After Reading is very good. I don't know. It's like Oh Brother Where Art Thou is kind of doing a similar thing, but for the South, and it's just funnier.
You done RUNMOFT. And it has a banger soundtrack.
Yes.
Man of Constant Sorrow. Insanely good song. George Clowney. Isn't he the one that went first overall?
George Clooney. You see legend.
Shameless. I guess I'll give it to you.
And I'm just saying. Me and the fellas went nuts when Eric Wilson made that recovery.
That was a crazy recovery.
That's the best recovery I've ever seen.
I feel like I could see that fumble coming in slow motion when he cut back. I was like, just please, God, don't.
Every once in a while, it's like you just have that sense. You can just feel it sometimes. What's happening in the game? Not much so far.
Yeah, so far Diggs has been targeted twice, and he fumbled the first time, and then he dropped a great pass the second time. So right now they're making an effort to get Diggs involved, and he has been selling. That is what's been going on in the game so far.
Matt, do you watch much college basketball? College basketball is one of those sports where I'm only watching my team, and or prospects.
Who wants to watch that brick fest, man?
Oh my God, dude. The University of Cincinnati makes me so angry. They're playing Kansas tomorrow night, which will be their 6th straight ranked opponent. They're 2-3 in their last 5, which is not bad, but they would be 5-0 if they were hitting like 70% of their free throws. They'll shoot like 40% from the line and then lose by 2.
40?
Yes, dude.
That's so horrible. I shoot like 40% from the line. That's not true. I probably shoot like 10% from the line.
I think you shoot better than 10% from the line.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty
Lateral?
bad.
No shot. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm spoiling it.
That's okay. Does that count as rushing yards for Allen?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how they do that. His mind.
Allen is a crack at it. Some guys just have that sense. I'm not mad at it.
They're going.
He is
That
crazy,
kicks
but
ass.
he is free. Him and Drake May are really the same guy. Those are the only 2 quarterbacks that I think I would expect.
Oh, that was very close to not being a backwards pass. He got there. He's just like Cam.
How are you so
big guy? Get it done.
I saw it.
I'm so.
Did they go left again? Oh, they went
Yeah.
way left.
They went way left. Man,
Tony Romo was so
six,
pleased.
did it every time.
Are we getting an Allen goofball game today? It's the playoffs, man. I don't know if we've ever not gotten an Allen like goofball maxing type of game from him there. I've seen him get the ball out quickly, but outside of the week 1 opener last year, I feel like it never happens in prime time. Like when he's
fumble?
in his well-behaved mode.
No.
Chiefs think they did. Cam is good for 1 year.
Oh. You don't mean that.
Here's a challenge for you, Charlie. Go look at the Panthers passing stats the year before Cam got there and then what it was like when he was a rookie. Okay, that's definitely not a fumble. James Cook has turned into one of my favorite backs to watch.
He's really come along. That doesn't always happen with running backs.
He's just a master of getting through a really small gap, which I'm just such a sucker for. When I'm watching running backs, it's like, how did he know that tiny crease was going to open? Like he just always seems to slither through.
What was I about to say? I forget. Any draft sleeper picks yet? It's mostly just been watching the big guys.
Oh, what a catch.
I know.
Damn.
Bucky Irving is good, though. I really liked him.
One-on-one, what happened there? Pass it off to the safety. Damn, that was easier than it looked on broadcast. Why are they showing Kadarius Toney? Oh.
It's a shame this play did not stand.
Kelsey's whole season would be viewed differently. Thoughts on Baker's performance? He's been up and down.
Certified Baker performance, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's up and down.
He's
sacks
volatile, but
bad.
like in his own unique way.
Yeah, he's volatile. It's just more bad than good to be like a good player. Like Josh Allen is volatile. but it's way more good than bad. And with Baker, it's like you get all the volatility, I feel like. But he just doesn't quite feel as in control. It just feels like kind of a toss-up if it's going to be something good that happens.
No, the game is definitely happening to him.
Mm-hmm. But he can be aggressive, and he can whip it. Here we go, Kincaid. Baker on the Jets this year. I don't know how much different Baker on the Jets would have looked than Baker on the Bucs, to be honest.
The Jets' offense is also not very good. I agree.
Canales versus Nathaniel Hackett, I think, is a big difference.
I'm telling you. Will Drake May fix the Commanders? I think so. I think they're going to be pretty good pretty quick.
Oh, that's a bad situation for a back to be in. Should the Bucs give Canales the head coaching job if Bowles retires? I think it's pretty tough to fire the head coach and instate the OC. Might not be a bad idea, though. It would be pretty ruthless, but it may not be a bad idea. I'm glad I'm not the one who would have to do that. All day, and it's batted. Way to lock in, Chiefs.
Lamar versus Josh Allen, Mahomes. That wouldn't matter what. I would like it to be Bills, Ravens, because regardless, you're winning the Allen or Lamar narratives.
I want the Ravens to win. I make it no secret.
Me too. It is crazy what Lamar's accomplished so quickly.
I know. Man, that ball hit Chris Jones square in the shoulder. Well,
we're getting down to it, man. How many games do we have left? 4, including this one?
This one, 2, Super Bowl.
4. Matt, who do you want to be the Panthers head coach? Dude, I haven't even thought about it for 1 second. Because why get my hopes up on anybody?
Mahomes in a so-called legacy game, 0 yards, 0 touchdowns so far. That was a long-ass drive. 3 plays.
It was.
16 yards. Or 3 plays, incomplete. 4 plays, 12, 6, 3, 2, 15, 6, 7, 10, 4, -2, 7.
Dang. You think the Eagles will keep Sirianni? Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We'll see.
Ben Johnson would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, he's obviously killing it with the Lions. But I'm just not sure it matters what we do. Blaiden is on a big trip.
That lateral was actually huge.
It was. It was. And it was a money lateral time. I mean, it was a throw across the field.
Yeah.
Opinions on Lou and Aruma no longer being considering for a head coaching opening?
I get it, honestly. I mean, their defense wasn't that good this year. He's not really quite the archetype people are looking for. I think he called a player a thug one time too, which that player took offense to. I remember reading that story.
Yeah.
His schemes are nice, but he's someone who's, kind of been interviewed and passed over. He just might not be head man material.
Rasheed Rice, anytime TD punch it.
I have $10 to win 100 on that. He gets 2.
I bet all of the Chiefs' bad wide
players
receivers
over. I saw that. There is no way Mecole Hardman is catching 18 yards. Blaiden is in Cancun with Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett. Yeah, he went on vacation with the Browns.
I think he'd fit in.
Has Baker played himself into a max deal? No. You lost your college tuition on my prize picks parlay. I'm sorry. We had that one good look at Laporta in the red zone. Tough scene.
I need Kelsey to ball out again. I need him to shut people up.
Blaiden does not look like Myles Garrett. He does not look like Myles Garrett.
Dang. That's more classic Mahomes stuff. I don't know what to say.
Looking good, Rasheed. I think Rasheed Rice is primed to have a pretty, obviously I bet on his 2 touchdown performance. I look at these linebackers. He just has so much athleticism against a bunch of backups. I think that he's even more dangerous, like maybe than Kelsey against these guys. Like he can just run by everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Best to ever do it, mind you.
I think I know what happens. There we go, Kelsey. Yeah. Kelsey on AJ Klein.
And I believe it was relatively in Klein's area last time too. It's not looking good.
No, that was definitely number 52's guy.
The thing about Pacheco is he just runs so hard.
He runs like he's mad at the ground to everybody.
Guys.
Good run, though.
Yup.
T-Swift shot, finally. I'm pissed. Cut to Sean McDermott for an extra second on the sideline. Would it kill you? Instead of going to the most interesting fan in attendance. If they show a shirtless guy, I'll be really pissed. There's another fan in the audience wearing a full Bills get up when they could have been showing Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting lined up in the backfield.
Clyde being a first-round pick was crazy. J.K. Dobbins should have so many rings by now, man.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity for one.
I guess so.
What team is Baltimore more afraid of? I think it depends on who wins. I think it's pretty evenly matched, you know.
The winner,
Oof.
probably.
Come on, Watson. Good stuff, though.
How did he not? Well,
the Bills' depth at
probably
corner.
gonna come down with that one.
Yeah. Could have been a bit farther out in front of him, though.
Yeah. Who's winning? It just got tied up 3-3. Chiefs, Bills, 10 minutes into the game. Mahomie losing his magic. Mahomie fading.
A little bit more efficient than Buffalo's drive, but the exact same results.
How unmoved were you guys by Purdy? I'm getting the sense that he's going to win the Super Bowl. And that it may be over.
Honestly, I don't really care about Purdy. He's not winning MVP, which was my big thing. Like, as long as he doesn't win MVP, I don't care if he gets a ring. I honestly think Shanahan getting a ring I'd be fine with. I don't know if I'm supposed to hate the 49ers or something. I really don't. I wasn't necessarily moved by Purdy's performance last night, though. I mean,
No.
I thought it looked pretty concerning, and I thought if they ran into Baltimore again, he would certainly have he could be a major problem. That was my thought.
I agree. I mean, I don't think he's going to throw 4 interceptions or whatever it was last time. But Baltimore's defense is different. Their defensive line, for how much it gets paid, is ridiculous. You know, there's not a single player on that line that gets paid even $5 million.
On the Ravens?
Yeah.
That will soon be changing, but yeah, that's crazy. $5 million is not that much in the NFL.
Clowney is the highest paid one.
Yeah, I guess Matabike's never signed a big extension. Always never signed his big extension.
You know, they scheme up a lot of stuff to heat him up. But
I'm surprised Pierce isn't making a bit more money. Mr. Fiat himself built like a smart car. Why does the Eagles D suck? Well, first of all, they run like basic pressures exclusively, like just straight 4. No one's overlapping. There's no layering in the pass rush. It just is like everybody goes straight ahead. And at the same time, their coverages are really basic. What is the deal with this pit?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't have the sound on, obviously.
I don't know either. But I've seen people in Buffalo like talk about the pit, and I've never done my research on like what it is. And they just showed like this fiery. I thought it was just construction. What was with the fiery depth beneath the snow? The pit is the Bills' new stadium. A guy falls in every week, and but why was it on? Was that it? Like the fire?
Okay, I don't think Bills fans are killing one fan a week.
They are?
I don't think so.
It's where
40-foot
Jackson
pit.
Mahomes is currently being held. He deserves the pit. All right. Okay, I'm on board with the. So it's just the sacrificial crater. Is it like in the parking lot or something, or in a different location where they're building the new one? Last week, 12 people.
12 people.
Okay. Okay, so people. Okay. See, that's kind of what it seemed like on Twitter, but I almost didn't quite believe that it was true that people were falling into this pit, and I didn't quite realize how deep the pit was.
How deep is it?
Someone said 40 feet, but the comment
No
section could
way.
be lying. 40 feet is too far to drop.
No way they're
And
making
just-
40-foot drops.
If they've been sacrificing people, then I think they'll win.
It's not 7,000 feet deep.
Thoughts on the New York rat hole? Isn't it a squirrel?
I thought it was a rat.
Damn, Diggs got put through the machine on that one. They sent him through the middle, and he like ran into two different people.
Dang. Bills are getting to the perimeter a lot.
Bad stuff there by Bolton. Missed the tackle. Right.
It's in Chicago
Yes, he
either
did.
way, is it? I wouldn't know.
The player who sells the most in this game into the pit. What will you do when it's Josh Allen?
No score bug for the watch party. We probably should have one. Theo, break out that marker again. We would have one, but Blaiden is the one who does that, and he's not here today, so.
Yeah, we're always
AJ Klein, welcome to the pit. No.
yeah. He's too old for the pit. There we go, Cook. He's just so slippery.
He is.
Okay. Theo in the pit. Bills fans should have no beef with me, right? I guess I did say that they were frauds earlier in the year, so maybe they do.
Nice. Another one. They're just testing him on the outside over and over.
They had it contained too on that one and the Ty Johnson one where Bolton missed the tackle. These running backs are just making stuff happen right now.
Amen.
Bills missing playoffs was a good take at the time. It almost happened. And then they were the 2 seed.
Now they're favored to go to the AFC Championship game. But
Go Allen. You want people to shut up about the Super Bowl graphic. Gambling Twitter is crazy, man. They really do latch on to stuff like that.
The good news is that you could still make a ton of money if you think it's totally rigged. Put everything you have on 49ers Ravens.
Yeah. I think you'd win. I think that would be a good idea. The mayor is mad because people are in the hospital. What's the mayor going to do about it?
I'm sorry. I hope they're okay, but the mayor's going to have my ass if we keep throwing people into the pit.
The mayor.
My chair feels a little weird, man. Like I'm about to go flying back.
Why is Chris Jones crying? I didn't notice him crying. All right.
The Cincy mayor is more real. Dude, the Cincy mayor was like, we are going to beat the Chiefs. That was a terrible idea. He jinxed the team horribly.
Three to 3.
NFL, Lions versus 49ers. Who you got? Scroll up a little bit in the thing. That's not the real thing. Thank you, NFL. I have the 49ers, NFL.
I have the 49ers as well, NFL. I really do. Who do you have in the game? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, why don't you? I mean, you would know better
tell
than us.
Who have you got? Let's conversate. The hair is growing back. Theo Ash NFL. Oh, yes. Soon I will be at full power again. My hair grows crazy fast.
Fair enough. You might get in trouble if you spoil it. But I don't know. I think the Lions defense probably going to meet their maker here soon enough. It's the corners are weak, and
you never know with playoff Shanahan, though.
You never know.
Sometimes the lights get a little bright for him, maybe.
I was saying.
Brock Purdy or Jared Goff in the Super Bowl, who would have thought? It's a play caller era. Shanahan, Ben Johnson, Sean McVay. These are the names in the NFC Championship game.
NFL gives Stay Hot more recognition. Let us call a couple plays.
Yeah. Insert us into the game.
I love running trap on NCAA 14. That's my favorite play I'm currently running. It's just because NCAA 14 is broken and not that good of a game technically, but it doesn't make it any less real.
There we go, Cook.
Pro Bowl play callers. I'm saying.
Hit us with some credentials to something cool. Cook might be better than Diggs. He might be the real deal as the offensive focal point.
Nice, Alan. Dang. It's just one of those guys who's just one too many things to guard.
Yeah, he's just got the full.
He's just got this, and that's what I was thinking about Lamar too. Just too much.
Yeah, he can just take so much into account at once. I think that's you just have like the mental capacity to be a playmaker. I honestly think is what it is. With a lot of quarterbacks, something
Right.
goes wrong in the
Right.
backfield and your brain is like solving that problem. And it's just, I think it can fry a normal person to deal with all that. But to have that kind of inherent calmness and just kind of ignore defenders and be able to beat guys near you while also knowing like what is going on downfield and staying accurate. I think that's really what makes you a star.
Right. It's not just to be able to do everything. Like there's plenty of guys who can, have a big arm and can run, but it's
Hmm.
to think to do it in the moment. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
what's so
it's
difficult. And that's why there's like not that many elite quarterbacks, despite many trying.
yeah, that's how I think. I just think there's so much you have to worry about that it only 0.01% of people can process at the level needed to be an elite NFL quarterback. And that's why the bust rate is high in the first round. Like it's kind of hard to really see, I think, in college a lot of the times, like if that's going to translate or not for various reasons. Like maybe he's not facing that much adversity on a stacked team, or maybe the team there's too much adversity and you don't get that kind of balance. So yeah, it's it's what makes Caleb and May so special as well.
Right.
Like at the top of this draft, like that just ability to stick in the pocket and make whatever play at any time.
Kelsey really is in an unbelievable amount of commercials. I mean, he's randomly turned like Shaq tier commercial haver.
It's tough to be Shaq tier. He's up there though.
I mean, I get it, get your bag. I think I saw something where he's like, I did too many. I got to chill.
How
Who
long
is
could
the
it
biggest?
possibly take to shoot one of those though?
I think it's more just like the media aspect of it,
Yeah, that's fair.
like you just don't want to be in too many. Let's get Shaq on a stay hot ad. Yeah, we're working on that, man.
The Stay Hot ad with Shaq, who is not on the podcast. The the Peppa Pig Josh Allen commercial is an iconic one. That'll go down in history.
Yeah. Stay hot Super Bowl commercial. Hey, don't count it out, man.
Yeah, we've got something big.
Can you imagine? That would be so funny if we.
I'm Bleeding Kirk. I'm Theo.
And then I'm
I'm
Blaiden
Matthew
Kirk, and then
Sponhour.
it's like that half second. I'm Matthew Sponhour. What would you do if you were given 30 seconds, Super Bowl ad wise?
I don't know.
I might do a little magic trick, and then I'd be refreshing my Twitter when it played, and then probably a lot of people would be like, "That was actually like really cool. That was sick."
Ooh. The tackling in this game has not been the strongest thus far.
No.
Desai got fired. Not shocking. He already got demoted for no reason. So I can't imagine they don't want to keep him around.
Dang. Hold on. No, this has not been the defensive battle. AJ Klein.
What should you get from Little Caesars? Probably an extra most bestest pizza.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Is Gibbs better than Bijan? Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
I think Gibbs is as good as anybody right now.
He's dang good, man. He's just so fast.
Yeah, he's
And
fast. He's got contact balance. His vision
balance
is good.
can catch.
Yeah, route runner.
That's what I wanted to say. Like, it's definitely one of my misses this year. I think the Gibbs pick ended up being good.
Oh yeah, that whole
At the
draft
end of
was-
the day, outside of special teams, if you're right about a guy, then you're right, and you're not going to care where you pick them. For the most part,
I swear there's got to be some sort of statistical oddity about how bad highly drafted kickers are. I get that you shouldn't draft them because like it's so hard to evaluate them as like prospects, and there's really no evidence that we can scout them correctly. But I feel like if it's random, at least some of the highly drafted kickers should be good. I feel like all of them are bad.
it's the pressure, man. It's all mental, dude. It's like Blair Walsh missed that one field goal and he was done. You just can't miss a big field goal like that. So much of kicking is mental.
Who's the best kicker that's missed a horrible field goal to lose?
I think Tucker's done it a lot.
I don't know. What are my thoughts on the Packers kicker situation? I mean, they should have gotten a better one. They drafted a guy who was bad. I didn't scout kickers this year, so I didn't really know much about him going into it. Besides that, he was Daniel Carlson's brother. And what can I say? He was pretty ass this whole season. I don't know if like once they drafted him, I don't necessarily disagree with keeping him out there. I mean, you want to cut him and taking a kicker off the street? Like I think it's about the same odds that they're bad too. So I don't know. They just shouldn't have picked him, I guess. But I don't know. The Packers said after the game they always gave Mason Crosby a long leash, and he always came through in the end. And I think they're going to do the same with
There
Carlson.
you go. Who else?
The full house formation. Nice throw. AJ Klein. Sorry, buddy.
It's just too bad that the Bills, I mean, they would be real Super Bowl contenders, like 49ers, Ravens level, if it wasn't for all these injuries, but they've just lost so much. And it makes it hard for me to see them winning this game and then the next one and then the next one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Klein got smoked.
Why not the Packers sign that one YouTuber?
Destroying? I don't know. Give it a shot. He's definitely a good kicker. I mean, he posts all his makes on social media, and I've seen him
field goals.
He has an 100% success rate. Should I get one extra Swiss cheese and one pepperoni? Yes, you should.
What's your favorite type of pizza, like toppings wise?
I like pepperoni with
nice
hot honey on it. like a spicy topping. Specifically
Sure.
hot, like spicy honey or hot honey is what it is on a lot of menus. Always fire.
Dang. How far can the Pacers go with Siakam? Comes down to how good Jarris Walker gets, but this year I'd say they could be a feisty first round team. Who knows? Depends on their matchup.
They could go on a Hawks Eastern Conference Finals run with the ideal.
It'd be
match.
tough because the Hawks Eastern Conference Finals run requires you to run into a fraud in the second round, much like the Mavericks did. No offense. And I just don't. I think all the top 3 teams in the East are pretty good.
Don't talk about hot honey for too. Have I ever said those words ever before in my life? All of a sudden, it becomes a challenge. Watch me not talk about it. It won't be an issue. That was a hell of a catch by Rasheed.
It was. Come on. That sucks. How's Parlay looking? I don't think any of them have caught a ball. Kelsey. I think Kelsey should have tracked that a little bit better. Yeah,
In his prime, he's elevating and catching that, I fear.
He stopped saying he's washed.
Do I know the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel? I don't know. I've never seen the YouTube channel, but I've seen all the clips from it on TikTok.
I've seen the YouTube channel.
Hardman is for real terrible. Most useless trade of all time.
That tweet's going to be awesome when none of them catch a pass.
How did 25 not come up with that? Rasul Douglas, by the way, forced it. Good trade, everybody. He's had like 6 turnovers for Buffalo in like half the season.
Gronk would have caught it. Stop. Dang.
Mahomes. What happened?
My goat.
Oh my God, he was wide open.
Yep. He just missed him.
My fraud. You know who's hitting that throw? Jared Goff. None of his fancy sidearm antics.
No, none of none of his antics. Speaking of drafted kickers, Harrison Butker.
Was he drafted high?
7th round, and then cut from the Panthers.
Oh, well, that doesn't count as a highly drafted.
Thank you.
Kicker. You can take him.
I think that was Dave Gettleman, maybe, or Fitterer, either one. Look at my GM's dog.
The Chiefs in the red zone have been so atrocious this postseason. Absolutely awful.
Because they have nobody who's just like the guy to go to. At least that's part of it.
Yeah, they're not that good at running the ball.
Although, granted, that one was on Mahomes.
That one was on Mahomes. The throw to Kelsey wasn't great either. The end around, as you would never call Matt.
Horrible play.
And then you miss a throw.
The end around. Bad.
The end around is bad. In the red zone, like
the very common and horrible outcome that everybody expects when it happens. Much like the cover zero of the offense. I just hate it. It doesn't actually never work, but it always makes me so angry when it never works because it's just like, yep, that can happen. Flea flicker red zone play when I would love to know. That would be a very interesting stat. What is the closest to the end zone a flea flicker has ever been called?
it can't be. I doubt it has ever gotten called anywhere inside the 35-yard line.
But that would make it even more unexpected.
Yeah, but by the time you got the ball back, the
Yeah,
receivers would be doing the Lambo leap.
What if you're really quick about it? And then you throw it really fast, too.
What's the most random, decently known wide receiver I can think of?
Hmm.
I don't know.
What's
I saw
the
one.
score?
I'm stealing this from my friend Gannon from the obscure wide receivers quote tweets, but Stedman Bailey.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I saw that one and I was like, that's perfect.
Laquan Treadwell is not random on this podcast.
No, he's not random at all. And Miles Austin isn't random. Braxton Berrios, too famous. Jeff Janis, too famous.
First guy who comes to mind for me, and granted, I can only think of my own teams and I don't know any other players, is Corey Philly Brown. Macklin, I think, is too famous.
Aberdaris is a good call. Praise Puppet.
Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards might be too famous. Oh, you listened to the Suburban Lawns album? Let's go. I need to get some more albums back there. Maybe I'll go record shopping.
Dang. He does set people up like crazy. Even there.
Yeah, he sets people up and he gets through the tight spaces. He was on my second team All-Pro, which people were mad about, which made me just like him more. One of my favorite random wide receivers ever, Kenny Stills.
There you go.
Keelan Cole, always a good one. I can't quite do it there.
James Washington. Brandon LaFell. That's a good one.
My favorite random running back is Sean Green. Is that McTuffie on the sidelines? That's not good. Oh, big blitz. Oh, what a throw. Tough.
Wow. That was a
by
heck of
Watson.
a throw, though.
Yeah, I thought that one was going to get caught.
Matt, the
Oh, right
closest
on his
flea
shoulder.
flicker.
He's got to catch that.
I'm sorry, are you making this up? The closest flea flicker was in 1969 at the 5, and the more modern answer is 1990 at the 10. I'm inclined to believe you.
Yeah, why not?
Officially true.
Fact checkers marked this as seems right. No, Khalil Shakir yak magic this time.
Jericho Cotchery is a good one.
Looks like they weren't well coordinated there, running into Diggs. Kind of threw everything off. Huge stop. Lance Dunbar, that's a good one. What the fuck?
Oh.
What was he doing?
Let's see some yellow on the field here. You can't do that. You just can't. Wow, they're letting him play off that? That's crazy. Did he get pushed into him, maybe?
Oh, yeah. He
Oh, yeah, he totally did. Okay.
DeMar Hamlin with the tackle.
Big time.
Geronimo Allison. That's a good one. He got really real minutes for the Packers. He was like our wide receiver 2 for a while. It's not good. Comeback player of the year odds up. There's really not another good challenger. Besides maybe Brees.
What's the weakest injury anyone's ever gotten comeback player of the year off of?
But Gino didn't even get an injury.
Gino's was just from being bad. But I think comeback player of the year has no criteria and is an exclusively vibe based award.
Yes.
Obviously, it was Gino last year. Obviously, it's Hamlin this year. And typically, it is very obvious.
The weakest injury. Michael Vick won it. Was that when he came back from being in jail? I guess that's pretty good.
2016, Brady hit Chris Hogan on a flea flicker from the 18. That's nasty. How are you looking this up? Or are you just like completely making it up?
So they had comeback player of the year from 1963 to 1966
Yeah,
and then got rid of it. I wonder what
Probably because
kicker
it's just kind of a weird award.
What did Jim Martin do?
When did he win?
He was the first year player to ever do it. He's a kicker.
I couldn't tell you. Have we given all of our award picks on the pod? I don't know. I think we did.
All right, Chiefs.
Great field position.
Yep.
We got all day. We're just tough. You don't think we have? Fair enough. Maybe we'll do it.
I don't think we have either.
Maybe we'll do it during like the Pro Bowl week or something, right before the awards come out.
Yeah. I
Score
gave mine
prediction
out.
now that it's started: 10-6. I don't think there's another score. They're
I don't know yet.
No, I don't know what to think. They're highlighting Klein. That sucks. I'm kind of a Klein fan too. It's tough to watch.
Let's go. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hits
There you
his
go.
yards over. Significant to some. 7.5 was a crazy line. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been nice this year. I don't know exactly what his numbers are. Every time they've given him the ball, he's made something happen from what I've seen. He's probably averaging like 5 yards a carry or something. Oh, he's averaging what? He's averaging 3.2. I feel like he's been way better. Never mind. I guess it's same old Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And that was
3.2.
Stop watching the box score, man. If you have a take, give it.
I gotta start watching the box score, man. That's embarrassing.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire comeback player of the year campaign has begun. Oh wow. Oh wow. What the heck happened, man? I mean, we're not surprised here. Not one bit. And there's the cut to Swift. It just doesn't get much better than this.
They were confused pre-snap. What did happen there? So before the snap, 25 they motioned into bunch, and 25 is literally jumping up and down. And then
that motion.
Number 20, is that Rap? Just did absolutely nothing.
They showed a good angle of it.
Yeah, they did.
Kelsey is back.
Rap.
Look, man.
Yeah, I don't know what Rap is up to.
The heart to Taylor.
Oh.
It's so big time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what the confusion there was.
Was it not Rap? I guess we don't know the number.
Whoever number 20.
Who
21. Oh, 21. It's Poyer. My bad.
Whoever Stay Hot is rooting for, or who are we rooting for? Probably the Bills, just to see it be a little bit different. I don't really care.
I don't really care. Yeah, I just want a good game.
Jason,
that or it's 30's fault, and it was cover 3. It's kind of hard to say. I don't know what the rules are. It's one of those two.
Who is Little Caesars rooting for? I'm not sure they care.
They have Fitzmagic as their spokesperson, so they're probably rooting for the Bills.
I don't think the Bills are going to win this one. That's my current prediction. I know they just went down, and that seems very lame, but like Klein is an insane liability, man. I mean, it's rough.
It's extremely rough so far.
And they could be down more. If the
Yeah,
Chiefs
it's
didn't,
gone.
I guess you could say that for the Bills too.
It's gone field goal, touchdown.
Are you guys going to stay for the whole game again? I think that was a plan.
Yeah, might as well. We got to watch it anyway. 5 plays, 65 yards.
Most postseason touchdowns by a quarterback receiver duo.
Damn.
Jokic has 38 in the third. He's so nice, man. I think maybe my favorite thing to watch in the NBA is probably, I don't know, Jokic moonballs are so funny, man. They kill me every time. He doesn't he creates zero space and then just shoots something awful and it goes in anyway.
It was a lucky shot. He threw it up and it went in, and that's that. I probably should say he's got what score?
Jokic is the best. He's just such a fun player to watch.
We got the wing from the wide receivers. Let them wash everything down. All right, guys. Current CBS score bug is the GOAT one. You know ball. The key for a good score bug, to me, is something obvious denoting who has the ball. Because when I'm scrolling through and watching film, and if I'm doing it on the broadcast angle, I should be able to watch everybody's offensive snaps and then scroll through really fast the other team and then know as soon as the other team gets the ball because of the obvious possession change indicator on the score bug. So I can fast forward through certain possessions and stop right when the offense I want to watch is on the field. And CBS is the GOAT at that because it's on that 1st and 10 market. It's either solid red or solid blue. Whereas some, it's just like a little dot or shading that changes.
I agree. I'm just nostalgic for the ones that were around when I was 12. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to that being the case. Those are the ones that are right, and that's what you're supposed to watch. And then you've got like your Wendy's that Dad would always get on like a Saturday. And you're watching
This is not. We're not.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Those days are never coming back, man. I'm sorry.
And I'll tell you one thing for damn sure. There's not supposed to be 12 teams in the playoffs and just everybody makes it and we all hold hands or whatever. No.
I think what I don't like is big ass logos, which is a current trend.
Okay, that college football one, that new one that they did, I forget who did it with like the big like logos that are like askew. Yes. I'm sure in 25 years people were like, remember this legendary score bug? Because it's so stylized, but
there just doesn't need to be any big ass logo on a score bug. It should be small. And I also like being able to read it from left to right. I don't like the boxes as much as I like the lines. Can we talk about how the Ravens' run game was meant to take a step back this year, and now they're first in rushing? Well, Todd Monken said it in his opening press conference. He thought everything was perfect. He was like, I watched the offense, and I was like, what do we need to change? So their identity didn't really change. It's just the attention to detail in the passing game went up, and not only in a schematic sense, but in a resources sense as well. But the run game didn't really have to go anywhere as long as they just passed it better when they did. They still have Lamar.
Which receiver do you like the best for the Chiefs? I haven't looked at all of them probably quite enough to have a super strong take. But, man, if they want like a deep threat who's just more talented than the ones they have now, Troy Franklin.
Oof, there we go, Diggs.
Am I behind?
That was on 2nd and 11. He just made a sick adjustment to it.
Oh, yeah. I think I am. I can't be the one who's behind, man.
Diggs on Nick Bolton.
No way.
Oh, Allen.
No way. See, to even just think to be able to do something like that, and then the place, I mean, it was a beautiful pass. I know it was short, but just like, I mean, he's that close to getting tackled. Just totally ridiculous.
Yeah, Chris Jones coming right down the pipe, find the crease. And
Yeah.
then it's not just find the crease, but keep your eyes up. Just ridiculous stuff to take that all into account.
And I wonder how long he had that.
In
Yeah,
one
I wonder how long he
moment.
had that planned out for. Because look, he sees that, you know, it's Murray one-on-one, and if that guy goes to him, then he's going to be open.
That was kind of like Mahomes. Is that what they're saying on the broadcast? I don't have the sound on. I bet it is. It's a CBS one, so Romo's calling it. He almost certainly said Mahomes.
Nets didn't score in the last 5:30. That's tough. That's tough. I don't know what they're thinking with how they're building the team out. I kind of get it. Like, I feel for them. They've had a couple ugly ones in the last decade, but man.
There he goes again. I bet that Allen
running with both of his arms out like a zombie or something, man. He kills me.
I have a bet on rushing overs. Allen's got to be getting close. Mahomes has not taken off, though, which is a problem.
Call him up at halftime. I don't know. Maybe the Bills will pull this one. I don't know what's going to happen.
There's no use to.
That's what makes the sport so fun.
We don't need to predict it.
Gus Johnson's the greatest commentator of all time. I think so. His all-time best, in my opinion, I forget what game he was calling, but I looked up a compilation of him, and it's like a last-second shot in college basketball, and he's like, 8 seconds on the clock. He's gonna do it himself. And that's what I always say when we get down to moments like that around my friends.
It's 50 to win 305. Mahomes needs 27 rushing yards.
We need one big-time scamper.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, Allen's doing his part.
Yeah, he's playing very well.
What's a scamper? It's like a little run.
Yeah, it's kind of a whimsical run.
Yeah.
Like there's not too much adversity. Like he takes off and is just kind of sneaky about it. It's not really a power. You can't say a scamper and he trucked 3 guys, right? Like he's just kind of on his toes.
That's true. Like a medium-sized mammal scampers. Like people don't really scamper. I mean, we just said that one could, but like that's
think about a squirrel.
Like yeah, like a squirrel kind of scampers away.
Run with quick, light steps, especially through fear or excitement. This would have to be more in an excitement type of way.
Because he'd be getting at least 27, maybe 28 yards.
Things kind of open up and then, oh, Cook. Dude, he's had some bad drops. He has had some very bad drops. A Texas route wasted.
Got to be one of my favorite routes.
Definitely. That guy breaking his side.
Did he hang on to that? They're saying he did. Man, he got crushed.
We're perfectly in sync now.
You should just. Are we? Okay, don't change.
God damn, Shakir.
They call timeout. Or they spike it. I looked away.
I think they called it timeout.
Okay.
That was
the Chiefs did. My thought on Caleb Downs and saying is that Ohio State has had about as good an offseason as they possibly could. I think Caleb Downs is going to be the best player on the team. And having a 5-star quarterback competition, this will fix things. I'm very pumped about OSU.
Shakir comeback player of the year?
That to me is a catch. I'm saying that's a catch.
Looks like a catch to me.
It doesn't move when he has it on the ground.
He definitely caught that. Shakir was Puka before Puka as a prospect.
Dang, that was a heck of a catch. That really was.
Yeah, I don't know. Down low like that, I don't know how he did that.
Shakir comeback player of the year agenda has arrived.
It will be a bill.
And he's just too big.
What's too big instead of the too small? Why don't you say that you are too big?
You got to do that, and then you got to point at yourself so they know you're not saying
I'm big.
That they're big.
I'm grown. What do you need to review film like me? NFL Plus, and then the Google Chrome extension to get the film into QuickTime Player. Stream Recorder.
Stream Recorder?
Yes, the key extension, Stream Recorder. Flex for too big, I guess that's the same thing. Everybody that eventually gets good comeback player of the year candidate.
Well, I mean, with the Geno stuff, it's like what he really was the most improved player.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL absolutely should have that award.
Joe Burrow could be a 2-time comeback player of the year next year. He's not even the best Bengal, man. DJ Reader. Agendas will be pushed.
Come on, man. DJ Reader's not better than
Burrow.
Joseph. Come on. Who's O'Roy? Puka, in my opinion. I swear to God, we had this discussion at some point on the podcast. Not that I have anything against the question, but did we really not do an episode on it?
We did. I think.
DJ Reader didn't even throw touchdowns. Right. He didn't even get yards. So, can't be that good.
I think comeback player of the year should be Mike Evans. He missed week 18 last year with an undisclosed illness and then came back. Miraculously was ready for next season.
Early prediction, NFC Championship final score. Final score, I don't know what to think anymore. But I do like the Niners.
Lions 27, 49ers 33.
Okay. I'll go Lions 18.
18.
49ers, sure. That's probably one of the harder totals to get to. No?
18
There's just not many ways to go about it. I guess
no.
Need a 2-point conversion. 6 field
Josh
goal
Allen is playing well, but he has 3.8 adjusted yards per attempt.
Really?
Yeah. Hasn't been any big plays. He's only been pressured 4 times so far, according to Next Gen Stats. Patrick Mahomes' time, and also I'm rattling off stats here. Patrick Mahomes' time to throw, 3.2 seconds so far.
Dang.
Long ass time.
Somebody said Ivan Pace Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'll be 100% honest with you, man. I'll admit I put $100 on that at the start of the year.
100 to be what, a billionaire?
Would have been for 10K.
10K? You would have needed a little bit more of a payout.
And you know what? I was close enough to being right. He'll be
if there was a top 20, he would certainly be on it, and not in 20th either.
He's top 20 and not 20 among defensive rookies. When I first tried to go bet it, man, he was not even available to put money on it. Not my finest bet. I'm still up all time though, a pretty solid amount, so I'm still happy with myself. But okay, only 12 seconds. I just don't think the Chiefs have enough time to do anything with that.
Yeah, there's no way. Vonathan Miller. Worst season ever. Von Miller 2023. You know how many sacks he has this year?
0.
Zero. He's got 0 sacks.
He's 35 and he blew his Achilles.
I know, but it's still terrible.
How stupid of the Bills.
Little
How much more
scrappiness before
guaranteed money
halftime.
does he have, do you think?
Why is Kelsey running with Allen? This is going to be a gif. Kelsey running into the tunnel with all the Bills.
Oh, man. A great season for the NBA over NFL agenda. Well, my opinion
Nothing.
on sports almost exclusively comes down to how good my favorite team is in them. To be real with you.
College football is the best.
So college, it might be the MLB here soon, unless
Well, Ohio State's not going anywhere.
Ohio State.
NFL is better than college, though,
No,
easily.
I don't
It is
think
better.
easily, man.
It is easily
No.
unless you grow up in Ohio or Georgia or Alabama or like Ann Arbor, Michigan. Then it's easy. Like I grew up in Minnesota. What would the Gophers give to me?
NFL fans cannot imagine that the other way around for whatever reason. I say as if I'm not an NFL fan. I grew up, okay, I'm from Carolina. So I have the exact same problem. I am from the wrong place. My NFL team sucks.
But if you had no allegiance to Ohio State or no reason to have allegiance to Ohio State, then Carolina would be a better bet. It would be a better emotional investment because like the Gophers have always just been mid and there's no way for them to ever be contenders in any way, right? And that's the case if you live in 90% of the country. Like your local NFL team at least has a 32, like a 1 out of 32 chance to be the best. There's only 4 college football teams with a chance to actually be the best. So the emotional investment is smarter with the NFL. And college has nothing like week 18 where like every game matters.
That's first off, week 18, every game matters. I say is
almost every single game matters.
Everybody sat.
Not everybody.
And okay. The NFL does it. You're talking about big time regular season games, and you think the NFL is better for that? That is a psychotic opinion to have. That's college. That's the big time college football games every single week. That's what it's like week 18.
Not anymore.
No, they have ruined it.
So now NFL is better, definitely. Because now you don't even get because there's seeding, right? Like I don't know, and the divisions, like the amount of important games, like in terms of playoff picture, there's way more important games in the NFL world, or a way higher percentage of them. The emotional investment just makes way more sense it
makes more sense for college. Oh, you're so wrong about that. First, the traditions around college football, better. Stadiums, better. Atmosphere, better.
Stadiums and atmosphere.
No question, no doubt.
Sure, but if you're there, like if you are just a fan of the team who's not going to every game, the emotional investment
go
of an
to
NFL
every
team,
single game. But like, yeah.
I agree that the environment in college is better and the rivalries are bigger because the big programs are just bigger, right? Like Alabama versus Georgia, but it's because those are the only 2 teams that can like win it, so it's like
that's totally bogus. It's a process, man. It's any given year. Yeah, like okay, Florida not going to go win the national title next year, but they can win it. It is within them, but they have to build up to it.
Yeah, but that's so much harder.
The Texans had no chance of winning the Super Bowl this year, but they're building up to it. It takes a little bit longer, but it can be done.
I guess. I just think that
you're accusing me of being like, oh, well, you were just in a situation where it made more sense like to be a college football fan. Well, you were in a situation where it made more sense to be an NFL fan.
Yes, but for most people, it makes more sense to be an NFL fan because all the NFL fan bases or franchises have a shot, which is not the case with college.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be the college you go to that you root for.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I guess I could have rooted for Michigan or something like that, but it's like, why would I do that? You know,
That would have been really awful.
it would have been awful. It would have been awful. But like growing up where I
And
grew
there's
up,
other
there's just
things
like I
to
guess I
play
could have
for.
written. I guess I could have got rooted for the Badgers too, I suppose. But or like, what has ASU ever done? You know, I just nowhere along my
That's true.
stops have I ever been in proximity to a college team that actually has a real shot at even making the 14 playoffs. Like Wisconsin's a decent team. Like I've never really felt like they have a shot to make the the final thing. I guess I don't know,
I'll
but
give you that. I'll give you that. There's certainly areas where college football is just not as strong, but I do disagree that there's only 4 teams competing. The
yeah,
process
that's
of
not
building and
true.
getting better is a lot of it, and you also don't have to win it all. Like Cincinnati's, I've been particularly lucky. You know, Dad went to Ohio State. I moved to Columbus, and then I went to Cincinnati when they had their best season ever. They didn't win the national title that year, and I had no thoughts that they were ever going to. But that was the coolest season ever. And being a 5-minute walk from the stadium.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't blame you. I'm just saying if you live in like New England, the Midwest, not Ohio and Michigan, like the Southwest, there like college football just
I think there's a lot of
doesn't
programs
really
that
move the
have the
needle.
ability to be pretty major. It's
Yeah, I guess
only a
that
little it's
Oklahoma,
only a little bit
USC,
it's only a
Washington,
little
and
bit less than
Oregon.
the NFL. There's more teams. It's like, okay, Akron's never going to go win the national title.
But you don't have to be an Akron
Yeah.
fan.
And the rivalries are obviously, you know, another level. Now I'm biased as an Ohio State fan, but you know, the NFL doesn't have a match for that. Although I think that NFL rivalries are not quite as bad as people make them out to be. I think there's a handful of them that are really interesting and
Mhm.
funny. Um,
It's always changing is the thing with the NFL. Like, it's not really consistently
yeah,
like, I think it'll always be Ohio State and Michigan, right? But
of course.
as far as, like, Packers versus Vikings or Falcons versus Saints, it can kind of go through huge lulls, I feel like. Plus, you see everybody twice in the NFL, whereas in college, it's not like if there were 2 Ohio State versus Michigan games a year, then it would start to water it down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some water.
Go for it. Blaiden chiming in from the air. I watched the Lions game with someone on the plane who went to college with Dan Campbell. That is fascinating. I don't know where did he go to college? Theo, what about Jeff Janis? What about Jeff Janis, man? I don't have anything to say about Jeff Janis. Jared Goff brought 2 franchises to the NFC Championship game. It's funny how careers can work out. You end up with McVay, and then you end up with Ben Johnson. You end up on just two teams that are figuring it out, and Goff is part of the reason for that. But it's hard to bust completely if you organizationally land in a good spot. And the head coach is a huge part of that. And Goff has played for some great, like, consistent head coaches. And the Cowboys haven't really been able to find anyone that special at the head coach position. I think that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Outside of division rivals, who is your least favorite team to see do good? Honestly, for me, it just comes down to the predictions. Like this year, it's the Dolphins, obviously. Like, I don't want to look too stupid. Whatever happens, happens, obviously. But I prefer to be right. So it changes from year to year. Obviously, every team builds its roster, builds its culture, builds its coaching staff, and then I have opinions on like who has built it out the best, and then whoever builds it out like the closest to how I would build it out is usually the team I'm like rooting for.
I gotta switch headphones. These are about to die. I might be on fraud watch.
What position do the Packers need to upgrade the most? I'd say the safety room for sure. I don't think our safeties are really big pluses. At all. I could also see guard being a position to invest in. You can never rule out tackle either, even though their right tackle spot is great with Zach Tom, and then the left tackle spot, they don't need to do anything with it. Rasheed Walker started to lock in towards the end, and then of course they have Bakhtiari. But depending on what happens with Bakhtiari, it wouldn't shock me if they tried to upgrade even from Rasheed Walker, if that's the way the board fell. But probably not. They could also use a linebacker. Devondre Campbell had that one all-pro season and then has not been all-pro since then. Quay has been inconsistent. So definitely could see them investing at that position. But I would definitely say safety is the easiest one to identify a need.
What would you do if you were the Chargers GM? I'd just try to start hitting on picks, man. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. You just got to add talent, and I'd want to surround Herbert with some more weapons. I know you just spent the first on a receiver, but sunk cost, man.
The number one thing is get guys who can tackle. I don't know if bringing in Vrabel or Harbaugh or Belichick or anything like that would just help with the tackling. But that was the number one thing, in my opinion, that killed them more than Staley's scheming or anything like that. It was like they didn't develop anybody and they never tackled. Like there was just no physicality with the Chargers defense at all. And they were just, you could just run all over him and the coverage mechanics didn't even matter. So honestly, like, yeah, just figure out how to tackle somehow. And then, I would draft a wide receiver.
I would take Neighbors or Marv or
Rome. Because they're going to have a shot at the top two will be quarterbacks, and they're the 5th pick. So they're going to have a chance. One of those top 3 receivers. So I just take them. Who has the best pocket presence in the league? Mahomes does, I think. And he'll bail, so I don't know if that's quite the spirit of the question. Because, like, he'll leave the pocket, but he just never gets sacked. And he's just the most creative, making things happen. And I think behind the line of scrimmage, he's the best at avoiding the big negatives.
Being a Panthers or Hornets fan, worse. Probably the Hornets. They'll probably never be good in my life and move. Would be my honest to God guess.
It's going to be scary when it's the Dublin Shamrocks versus the London Night Watch.
We're not going to be the London Bulldogs, man. We're not.
The Manchester Hornets, get ready. Liverpool BF basketball franchise. Get excited.
Is May really that good? Oh, yeah. He is.
Mexico City bound. Isn't Mexico City like 10,000 feet up in the air?
I have no idea. Oh, wow.
Wow. There we go.
There we go. MVS line hit. They're mad about this one. I was kind of hoping that none of them would catch a pass. That was a very good catch.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a throw.
That was a better throw than he better have caught that one. Mahomes put it right on his face mask. He gave him no choice but to catch that football. I don't really like the way Pacheco runs. I think he loses too much speed, like bringing his legs up so high. I just feel like he's using a lot of energy to not go that fast.
Colin, I have an idea for you. You should run different, I think. You should tweet that out, though. Honestly, guys, they would say you're wanting to be different for that one.
Since 2020, they have the exact same score, the Bills and Chiefs, in games against each other now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there we go. It's going to hit.
Dude, that had to be like 27 yards.
Yes. That hit. No doubt about it, right?
Let's see. That was from like the 43, Buffalo's 43. So he would have had to run down to like right around the 15, no? That's it. Like, I think he almost exactly got. And I'll be if that wasn't a scam.
Oh, he's at 22. He needs 5 more for $300.
He did scamper though, and that's all he ever does.
Yeah,
he never did sprints.
He never has run.
Scampering.
He's never run.
He had minus yards from the kneel down. Brutal.
I know. Romo just fainted.
Klein is hurt though. Who do they have? Anybody in this chat could get
oh
a
my
phone
god,
call
Klein's
see a helicopter in
ankle
their front yard.
90 degrees.
Damn, man, that's too bad. He did it for a long time. Day 3 guy.
Sean McDermott's gonna have to get in there, calling the defense himself.
And their linebackers would have been so nice if they had stayed healthy.
Yeah, they're just in dime. With number 44. Oh, God. Bill's on the phone with AJ Hawk. He would just stand there.
Didn't AJ Hawk play for the Packers for a long? Wasn't
he was only, well, no, he actually went, I think, to Cincinnati at the very end. He played there for like a decade. He was our first, he was like a top 10 pick. Wasn't he OSU?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was the Packers captain for like a decade.
OSU legend.
Yeah. He was like a top 15 pick.
Go Pacheco, go.
Can you guess Patrick Mahomes another rush?
That's one of my favorite Wee Hoopin'. That might be my favorite.
Can you guess? It's such a good way to intro it.
Another rush.
Wee Hoopin' has never missed. Yeah. AJ Hawk is probably the best linebacker that I've ever seen in my time as a Packers fan, outside of Devondre Campbell for that one season. I have never witnessed good linebacker play in my history. I've seen Desmond Bishop.
Go.
Hey.
Go. Call it.
Hey, there we go.
That's 2 of them, and now they've beaten Brady and Gronk. Fellas, conversation is imminent.
You can just have the conversation. The moment is here. Conversation is imminent.
Oh,
with no
we will be
conversation.
discussing this.
Conversations will be had right now, followed by silence.
El Casual Matt. I knew he played for the Packers and I knew he played for the Bengals, but I just didn't remember how long he was at each of those places. Oh yeah, that's a touchdown.
What did I say that?
By a frame. Clay Matthews. You said that Hawk was the best linebacker in your time.
Clay was an edge rusher. I'm talking off the ball. I guess Clay did play off the ball for a while, but that we were pretty desperate when we lined up Clay at linebacker. Yeah, I'm not talking pass rusher.
Time to start a dialogue.
Well, it's looking like another classic in Buffalo so far.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a pick from either quarterback. So they're cutting to Taylor and shirtless Kelsey drinking a beer. Will they complain about this or will they find it epic? If they put both in the frame at the same time.
Or what if, let's say that Taylor Swift shotgunned a beer. Would that be cool or would it be?
No, there's nothing Taylor
angry.
could do to be cool, I think, in Twitter's eyes. I think that they've made up their mind. And I don't think there's anything Jason could do to be uncool in Twitter's mind. Like he could do something terrible and everyone would be like, hell yeah.
I saw this article from The Athletic and it was like talking about Jason and Travis Kelsey's time at Cincinnati with an interview from a bunch of different players. Came out like 2 days ago. I'm like, oh, dope. You know, but a lot of it was just like, they used to drink so much beer. All right, cool.
I miss Kyler Fackrell had one of the funniest 10 sack seasons. He had like 10 sacks and 11 pressures. It's like 10, it was literally, it couldn't have been more than like 25 pressures that he had, and he had 10 sacks.
Julius Peppers had a late career, like 13 sack season, doing the same thing on like 40 pressures.
Did I not like Blake Martinez with the Packers? No, I did not like Blake Martinez. Did you know that in the last 11 years, we've played the 49ers 5 times in the playoffs and lost all 5 times?
I did know that. I'm sorry, buddy.
Blake Martinez was a big reason for I think 1 or 2 of those.
Carolina all-time defense or the Pack?
Definitely the Packers, right? The Packers have been around since like the beginning of football. We got Reggie White that's as good as Kuechly or Peppers. We got like Herb Adderley, who's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, come on. All right, since 95.
Then I might take the Panthers.
Or maybe since 2010, so we can really remember the players. That'd be a worthy debate. I think I'd go Panthers, though. You talk about you've never seen good off-ball linebacker play.
I'm not like you.
Could not be me.
Nick Collins was a safety, not a linebacker, and he was a great safety. But Really, the whole time I've been there, like the linebacker and safety play. Like, really, I just haven't seen good defense at all. Now that I think about it.
Why don't they do this triple box for every review? That's a great question.
There we go, James.
He's making up for it.
Yeah. Underscores. I'm Tony Gonzalez.
All right. Just off vibe, who do you think's winning this game right now? Come on, just off the energy.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't really. I like this James Cook Tyler Johnson duo. They should have had Damian Harris too. I was just thinking about him the other day. Bills own the vibes. I guess they still have that pit that apparently people are getting sacrificed into. So maybe they do still have the vibes.
You know, it's not just a gag. Like, if people are really jumping down to the pit for the sake of like luck, like I think it's lucky, like you have to be
a real sacrifice.
like genuinely, honestly, they're jumping down there. It's a 40-foot pit. They are psychotic. Because that's a total like, yeah, it's funny, but like I'm not gonna be the one to do that. But somebody has to be like, it's gonna be me today. I have my tickets to the game, but
Feed the pit. James Cook has been marked safe from the pit.
live from the pit.
Okay. Yeah. I just read an article about the pit, and it seems like social media speculation might have a little bit more to do with the numbers of fans than actual hospital reports.
They're not going down there like lemmings. It's all fake.
I fasted for 28 hours before the Cowboys game. One time when I was little, the Packers were about to play a game that was really cold or something, and I was probably like 11 or 12, and I turned my shower as cold as it could go. I stayed in there for like 30 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that would help. They did.
Maybe it did help.
I guess so.
This game is leading to a Kelsey fumble in the clutch. Stop.
I did think I was on the team. I really did. And people say I'm not a real fan. They don't know my
Who's
lore.
saying that?
Oh, people. Not so much anymore because now I get called biased. But last year, especially when I had the Vikings winning the division, they're like, bro, he's not even a real Packer fan.
I get that every once in a while for like the Panthers or the Hornets. It's like, dude.
There we go. Oh my gosh, Cook is cooking. It really is kind of the difference with this year's Bills team. Romo is always going on and on about it, but like they really can run the football. You got to hand it to them. I'm nervous about the 5 more Mahomes rushing yards, though. We need to get the Chiefs back on the field.
And they're going to go for like 200 this game. That's not like them. Matt was practicing jumping on fumbles before Super Bowl 50. All right. Good one, man.
Cook is kind of him, I'm saying. He's like my favorite running back to watch right now.
Clearly didn't work. Do something, Allen. He kind of did.
Did. I don't think it would make sense to go Daniels over May. I just don't think Daniels has. I mean, he's a great runner, but he just doesn't quite have the same level of like playmaking gene that May has.
I agree.
May is truly like obviously the best player on his offense, and Daniels is like someone who is super, super fast. But as a passer, is he the best? Is he as good of a passer as like Malik Neighbors is as a receiver? I don't know. I don't know if he's the main protagonist of LSU. Bills versus Lions Super Bowl. Give me the Ravens, man.
Yeah.
Allen has had more playoff success than Lamar and the Ravens have, if we're looking for the most downtrodden teams left. I guess the Bills are more downtrodden, but the Ravens by a lot.
Dang.
Ooh.
This is
They are mashing him. They are mashing him. Why are the Bills running so well? They've got good backs and a really healthy offensive line, I think. I mean, they're just getting it done. I don't know if schematically there's anything super specific other than they just have a good running game right now. Like Allen is and Allen has been such a big part of it, right? And that's such a cheat code when you've got him. The Bills have always been like this, I feel like, that they don't really mix in runs and passes. I feel like they just have drives where it's like, we're just going to run it on this. Like, it starts to work, and they almost just no huddle call the same run play like over and over and over and over again, which I don't dislike it. Like, if you find that it's working, it's like, yeah, spam it. I'm okay with spamming things. But they just seem to go in these modes.
Allen 2.6 A dot.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they've just been. They have not, and they've got no pressure. I mean, they're not even letting this blitz cook at all. Or they're not letting the mistakes happen. Like, it's not forcing Allen into a bad decision. He's just running it or checking it down.
I can't wait for a play action bomb. I agree. Where is the bomb? One of my favorite plays.
If Mahomes wins this year, he's back on GOAT track. I'd agree. If he would have had 3 rings and 2 MVPs at this point in his career, he'd certainly have a chance at catching Brady. I mean, Brady had like that first act of his career where he won 3, and then he went 10 years without it. And then he won another 4, right? So Allen into the first row. Please do a film review on the Pacers record-setting. I would like to do a basketball film review. I don't know anything fucking about it, but I'd like to try it at some point. That or soccer. I do rock with soccer. Why did the NFL say I plead the fifth? Because we asked them to leak the Super Bowl script. But that's okay, because I'll figure it out anyway. Chris Jones hurt. Madrid or Barca? Barca. Messi has crazy aura. I respect Messi. Messi is the GOAT easily, so Barca.
We almost went and saw him when he played FC Cincinnati, but the tickets were too expensive.
Messi, 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 Messi. Allen.
Wow. Wow.
Khalil, Shakir, and Josh Allen, the connection of the century. This is a classic.
Man.
Allen is having the greatest 2.4 yards per attempt game ever.
Did he hang on to that?
It's Shakir.
But did the second foot get down? The knee did.
One.
And it did.
Yeah, it did. Is that on Sneed?
Only one thing can be said about that. Mahomes. Mahomes.
He looked so Mahomey there. Oh my God. The thing about Shakir is that Shakir is good and Allen was a fraud.
Do you mean Gabe Davis?
Oh, yeah, that is what I mean.
Does everybody hate on Gabe Davis? What did he ever do?
BSU legend. He was a legend. They don't even need Stephon Diggs.
No, I mean Gabe can just
his trade this offseason is going to hit like crack. Packers, pick up the phone. Actually, they don't really need him. I don't know, though. Christian Watson for Stephon Diggs. Who says no?
Come on, man. This ain't bad.
No. Packers don't make trades. What about when they didn't they trade for Jimmy? No, that was a free agent pickup.
Douglas.
They tried to trade for Chase Claypool, but then got outbid by the Bears and what proved to be the greatest. King Poles does it again.
It's
fun on the phone and hang up.
I would love to be able to hear trade talks like on the phone between teams.
I'm sure there's some mic'd up trade talks that center around draft picks, but I don't know if there's like a big player for player moment.
I'd love to hear Scott Fitterer on the phone getting the first overall.
Dude, him and Poles, I know that those were unserious conversations. Who will be the Steelers' offensive coordinator? They're going to steal a page out of the Ravens playbook and hire Mike Bobo.
When are you guys doing your first mock drafts? Probably sometime after the Super Bowl, I would guess.
Yeah, once the draft order gets finalized, I'll drop one.
We're getting down to it.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Both offenses, I mean, have run into almost no issues, like running the ball and passing the ball. It hasn't really been too much down the field for the Bills, but, I mean, feels like it's coming down to whoever gets the ball last.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
Patrick Mahomes takes the field. He needs to rush for 5 yards. The fact that the game is hitting this boiling point is probably a good thing for that, because he does love to hit the run in the high pressure situation.
There we go. Who else? What's his stat line looking like?
Pacheco, I just checked it. I don't know if that run has been clocked yet, but going into that, it was 8 for 39. Maybe it was clocked. 8 for 39. 4.9 yards per carry. 50% success rate. Not crazy volume, but when you count that Clyde Edwards-Helaire has 28 yards as well. Mahomes broke off that big run. It's been pretty successful running the football. Oh, and now they say an 87 rush yards. And there goes Pacheco again.
Dream coaching hire? I don't know. I'll just review whatever they actually end up doing. There's only nightmares in Carolina.
My dream would be Harbaugh. I would just absolutely, that would be such amazing content if your head coach was Harbaugh, but it'll never happen.
No. I think he's smarter than that. Wow. How does he do it? He makes it look so regular and so easy.
Hold on, I'm behind. I'm watching whatever the Mahomes play is now. Bonk. Step up in the pocket. Crazy rush incoming.
The behind the Madden camera angle really gives you a better idea of just how crazy what they they're doing is.
And that's the end of the third. Ring the bell.
I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Go for it. Two best quarterbacks ever when they're playing at their best. I don't think that Josh Allen is like the best quarterback ever, but when he's playing at his best, maybe. But who's when Brady was playing at his best, the level, it's pretty much a tie for number one, I would say. Like if you're playing perfect, you're playing perfect. And I feel like, when Rodgers was at his best, and probably the guys, from before our time, the Elways, the Marinos, when they were playing at their best, it was also probably about this good. So it's more about consistency than at their best in terms of greatness, because, really good is really good. Bad day for Florida as a whole. What else happened to Florida? Will I bring back the Substack this year? I don't know. I enjoyed writing the articles, and I thought the Substack was good content, but I couldn't quite justify the getting less eyes on it. Like, not that many people read the Substack, and I'm like, I could post these reviews on TikTok and probably get 100,000 views. So with the Substack, I want to do more scouting content than I did last year. I don't really love the way I handled the draft last year, because I did Substack and then kind of at the last second pivoted to TikTok. This year, I think I'm just going to stick with TikTok and put my pretty thorough draft profiles on there. So I don't think the Substack will come back, but that doesn't mean like I think it's going to be better content on TikTok. Oh, DeSantis dropped out, right? Right. L human in every possible sense, DeSantis. Where's Blaiden? Blaiden is unavailable. He was traveling, so he didn't have access to Wi-Fi steady enough for this kind of thing. Rishi, man, his burst when he gets those screens, I don't know if there's anyone else in the league who like starts flying forward quite as fast as him. They run that like once every other game, just get it to him in the flat and let him take off on the screen. And I swear it's just absolutely scoreboard. It's 10-13. Pretty good game here in the fourth. Rice limping, it's over. Pacheco says, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Run it right down their throats. Man. Yeah, it's going to come down to whoever has the ball left. Both rushing offenses are on one. Both quarterbacks are playing super well. Defense might as well not even be on the field, it feels like. Man. Has there been even a punt yet in this entire game? Let's find out. Let's find out together. I can't remember one happening. Oh, no, the Bills did punt. Field goal, touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown, end of half, touchdown. That's crazy. You missed a touchdown, Matt.
You're kidding.
They threw it to
Pacheco?
threw it to Rashee Rice on a screen, and he flew to about the 3-yard line, and then they just ran it in with Pacheco. And I was just reading the drive chart in this game, and it has gone field goal, touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown, 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 with the end of the half mixed in there.
That's crazy stuff.
This game is making Theo look amazing for the momentum is not real take. I have my theory about momentum, which in games like this, it's real, but almost in the opposite direction. Like if something is good, something is happening to you that is good, it will soon flip. Like it's more bankable that that's going to happen in a big, evenly matched game like this than it is going to continue. And that's something that I feel like every coach would probably agree with. Like it's not momentum. It's like a pendulum swinging back and forth. And I think it's just the human mentality of like, it's over, we're back. Like we got to lock in after something goes wrong versus getting complacent. I think that those things are more real than like, oh man, I'm sad. They scored. I'm sad. I'm going to give up. And I was reading a Saban playbook after you retired, just paging through it, looking for some, whatever his philosophy was, feeling nostalgic after his retirement. And that's what was in there. He was like, in like the first couple pages of the playbook, it said, it's like a pendulum. It'll always come back to us. So not even real football, not even Nick Saban agrees. He thinks it's a pendulum, and I tend to agree. The new overtime rules. We already got to argue about college football, Matt, and Fargo. The new overtime rules could rip this podcast apart.
Are you not a fan of them?
Remember, we had the whole argument.
Because they should just play defense.
They should stop them.
Come on.
I will say I'm college rules pilled.
Oh yeah.
I think that those are
just more
rules.
fun.
It is more
old
fun.
College football overtime rules, not the new ones. The new ones are worse than the NFL, I think. It doesn't always end up mattering, but when it does, it is the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah, my whole take was that everybody was talking about how like it came down to a coin toss, and my thought was it didn't come down to a coin toss. It came down to the players playing. So it didn't need to change.
You're telling me in this game right here, like we're watching this, like it would like one team, like you're really saying it's fair if one team gets offense and one team gets defense, and this one?
Well, yes, because the Bills have a chance to stop the Chiefs, or no, the other way around. The Chiefs have a chance to stop the Bills. So they get to control if it goes to overtime or not.
Well, I want to give both the defenses a chance to stop the opponent.
They will both have a chance.
I'm saying if we're to go to
the first one does its job, then the second one has to counter. But anyway, Allen keeps it himself.
There he goes.
Couldn't give any of these rushing yards to Mahomes.
Look what this stuff turns you into, man.
Good.
How much did you put on it? 50?
Yeah, 50 to win 300.
It's not bad.
Oh, there we go. Drew Tranquil? Question mark? Yes.
Hell yeah. Josh Allen has been a running back today. Another rush.
Ooh, second huge block. Huge blocked pass. Oh, punting it away to Mahomes. You've got to be tempted to just go for it, but that's just like almost admitting you're too scared of Mahomes.
Yeah.
And they fake it.
Oh my God.
Did go for it? Did they try to give it to DeMar Hamlin with the game with the season on the line? They wanted it in DeMar Hamlin's hand.
No. What was that? It was
Oh my God.
too
They
cute.
took it out of Josh Allen's hands to give it to DeMar Hamlin. The script writers absolutely.
All right, hold on. We got to see what Twitter's saying.
Oh, they tried to make him they tried to make comeback player of the year
They tried to end the conversation.
They tried to end the conversation. They're stat padding for accolades instead of trying to win the game.
Come on, where are the Oh, and here goes Mr. Angry.
This is what I'm saying about Pacheco. He should have scored there if he wasn't like running like Waluigi. I guess I can't hate. He put a move on the guy.
That was just a sickening decision.
That was not good. I did not like that. Just if you're gonna go for it, let Josh Allen decide it, right? Like,
come on, cook up something for Kelsey.
Miko Hardman.
Oh, no.
He didn't get there. Did he fumble out of the back of the end zone?
Oh
my God.
No, they called him down.
Oh.
Lame.
Oh. Please. No way they called 12's number. And it's so close. I think he's down. You got to challenge. Like, I don't know.
This does not make Jameis Winston comeback player of the year, fellas.
Game of the year is happening right before our eyes, and it just gets absolutely derailed by calling Hardman and DeMar Hamlin's number. Dude, it's so close.
That's a fumble. That's a fumble. That's a fumble.
So?
That's a fumble. Yes, I do.
I agree. Matt,
yes, I do.
I don't have an opinion, but I'm just siding with you.
Look, he's not down. He's not down. It's loose. And he's not down. And there's a frame of it. And you can see his shadow. That's a fumble. And that is Bill's ball. Yes, it is. Mahomes.
Let's go. I think I agree. I think I agree.
That's a fumble. I wonder if you searched up like my account or like anybody who does, but like, sometimes you just tweet out like, that's a fumble. He caught that in the middle. I wonder how many times that would pop up.
Okay.
It's a fumble and it's a touchback.
Yeah, I think it does get knocked loose. Like, it's so hard to tell though, because his hip isn't on the ground, but like is Like, how thick is he? Because like if his ass is protruding a
Nah, because
certain
the way he's
distance,
angled, his hip is leading going down.
yeah, I just can't really
You
tell
have
what's
to make
going on
that.
with it. I can't really tell what's going on with his with his butt. So I don't know where it's down. I could see them saying it's too close to call. I think I hope they rule it a fumble, but I wonder if they just don't say it's inconclusive. Ooh, I don't know, Jim.
Ooh, Jim, I
I
don't
think it's
know.
too close. Oh, it's so close.
DeMar
Jim.
is trending. No, no, no. All right, I'm just gonna search up Hamlin.
Oh my God. Damar Hamlin is trending. Trying to go viral.
Killing for an ESPY award.
They
That's
did
tough.
the NFL films really took over the headset.
Yeah, I don't know how we can give it to him after that.
They call his number one time all year, and that's what happens.
Can you
He's
imagine
not-
if DeMar Hamlin went beast mode on the fake punt? It would have been an all time.
Here's the call. And I don't have my sound
They
on,
gave
so I
it
don't
to
know
him,
what he's saying.
and that's a good call. Let's go.
Go. No way, Hardman. That is the funniest sequence I think I've seen in the history of football.
I got a few.
The
Chiefs
Hamlin
people I
fake into the
follow.
Hardman touchback is as good as I've ever seen. Those two things. So funny. So funny. Josh Allen, how will you respond?
Chiefs are
Oh
starting
no,
to get
James.
downhill.
James Cook dancing. Hardman. Fire Andy Reid for that one, man. Can't believe the Jets willingly signed Mecole. And then he was terrible, and then the Chiefs traded for him back. Like, they didn't like him enough to re-sign him, but then after he was garbage for the Jets, they were like, dude, we need him back immediately. Oh, no, Shakir.
Brutal. Dang.
Yeah. The Chiefs went from an 83% chance to win to a 59% chance to win.
Not
On that
good.
fumble.
My friends are saying the Bills think it's a Disney movie.
Maybe it is.
Who knows?
It still could be.
I feel bad for him, man. Hamlin didn't do anything to deserve getting this spotlight.
Hamlin literally has handled this like
as well
so
as he
normally.
possibly
Like
could.
he seems to be like this total stand-up guy, like has done great things. Remember after he got hurt and he had the toys drive that everybody donated to? Those days are long over. People are probably asking for their money back at this point. Like, I take it back for no reason.
No matter what it is, if a player gets talked about enough, they will be hated for it.
Yep. I was getting slandered because he died on the field. One thing you could search my Twitter for and a million things would come up was if you search the word I've ever. Like I speak in hyperbole with like, that's the best I've ever seen, like all the time. There's got to be like a million best things I've ever seen.
One thing that you can search up on your Twitter and see a million of is if you type in Felipe Franks.
Worst play I've ever seen ever. It was a pretty horrible play call.
And what was it?
The end around
crap.
The end around. I don't think that was technically an end around, but
not technically, but in spirit, yes, it was.
In spirit, it was a manufactured touch for Hardman going laterally across the line of scrimmage.
Matt Corral for Blaiden would be a great
Matt
search.
Corral would not be good for me. You would have me.
No way. No way. Oh, they're saying he didn't hang on. I don't think that he did.
It looked good.
Potential Mahomes moment under review.
Oh, he did. Oh,
no, he didn't. Dang, man.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely not there. And then he readjusts his arms, and that really does not help. Damn it, dude.
I really do have a lot of I know. I tweet it all the time. Wow, they get it back in a miracle and punt it. And it's a horrible punt. Hamlin's fault. Wow. Play calling kind of weak. The Reed and Joe Brady have gotten outclassed today by Ben Johnson and Dave Canales. I feared. Damn, Tay, they hit you with the on my way autocorrect for own. I hate when that happens.
Why is the AFC Championship game at 3? Is it?
Is it because the NFC Championship game is at like 6 or something?
Yeah. Well, Bill's got a chance to stop. Yeah, there's a huge third down. You got to get it done.
Good coverage and Mahomes takes off. That's what I'm feeling. Theo got unfairly edited by the Lions. I agree.
Were they wrong for that?
The streets are saying they were wrong for that. Everybody's agreeing.
And then they did a little stay hot member power ranking in the comments.
Yeah, they put me last.
They put you last. That was so fucked. Shout out to them, though. Friends of the show.
Oh, well. Oh, what was that?
Mm-mm. There's a flag?
Yes.
They're going to call that holding?
Boo.
No. Kinda, yeah. God damn it, man. You do have to call that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I guess. Mahomes kind of does what you say to do, and he puts on a sad face when he thinks a call should go his way. He's like, I can't even do his like eyebrows start to point. I can't even do it. Like slanted, like high inside and then like down outside. He really has the whole exasperated kind of sad.
I
I
can't
can't
do
even
that.
do what he does with his eye.
I can do one eyebrow up, but only one side. I can't do
Something
the
like
other.
that. Yeah, he does. He does have the emoji face.
He does. Mahomes, puppy dog eyes, undefeated.
Andy Reid is pumped or pissed. What is he mad about?
I don't know.
He said, "Gee, dang it!" I could read his lips.
I'm glad Andy Reid got his rings.
Andy Reid is massive.
Come on, man. See, to me, that's grounding.
If he did have to call a timeout, and if he has to, if he calls another timeout and they go into like a 2-minute situation at the end with only one timeout or something, I have the perfect video because last year at the Super Bowl, I asked him about keeping timeouts. He got all mad at me.
Did he? What did he say?
Well, I asked him if it was ever justifiable, like should timeouts just be used for clock management, or you feel fine like calling one to talk it over, like talk over a play. It's like obviously you want to keep your timeouts, which is fair. That was my dumbest question. Which coach has the most aura? Definitely Mike Tomlin.
Really? I can see it. Yeah, I know who I think Vrabel's up there, man.
Vrabel is up there. Anyway, 3rd and 10.
Oh, that's holding. That's holding. That was holding. That was holding. Oh, only a yard, man.
God damn it. Fuck.
Should have just put that shit up for Kelsey. Yeah.
Kelsey was
Holding.
blanketed.
No. That's the thing about Kelsey. He's always open. I predict a very good punt. Oh, it was, but the Chiefs got fooled.
It was too good. Theo, are you going to the Super Bowl press conferences again? Hopefully we'll all be there.
We got everything else.
Yeah, we'll see. College coaches hold more aura.
Undeniably true.
I don't know.
Steve Spurrier.
Saban has crazy aura, but of course he does. Kalen DeBoer. Harbaugh does.
No.
Ryan Day has no. He is an aura.
That changes this year.
Mike Norvell, I guess, has a little bit of moxie to him, but not more than your average NFL coach. I think NFL coaches have more aura.
Oh,
Vrabel.
stop!
What? this is a
Ryan Day with aura is going to
choice.
Put him in some uncomfortable conversation. That's all I know.
This is a player's choice debate. Do NFL or college? College cannot go band for band with NFL aura coaches, which is a shame because there's 100 million more college coaches.
I just don't care if they call me biased. Cincinnati era Luke Fickell had the most aura of any man living.
Not more than Mike Tomlin, man. Not more than Dan Campbell.
Blaiden needs to make the coaching aura rankings quiz.
Theo has horrible aura. I don't think that's true. I think I have great aura. D'Amico Ryans has insane aura. I agree. Think about. I can't lie. Sean McDermott has improved since the 9/11 quote came out. It gave him a bit of an identity. Before he was just kind of another coach, another run of the mill. Just didn't have a big personality. Now I feel like I really feel like he's got something to hang his hat on.
Oh my God, dude. He's letting that shit fly. Oh, you gotta come down with that, man.
Oh, Diggs. Come on. Let's see the replay.
You gotta come down with that, man. You gotta catch that.
One-on-one with a safety. Jamar Chase is catching that. That's all I know. Oh, yeah. Easy catch.
Dang. That would have been a touchdown, too. Come on, Allen. Make it happen.
You guys don't want... European soccer does have the best aura, but why am I talking about European soccer aura when this game is coming down to the wire? Diggs' dead ass has been bad. I feel like the back half of the season, like just he's making strange decisions when he does catch the ball is one thing that I've noticed with him. I feel like he's really like jittery after the catch, like cutting backwards when he shouldn't. I don't know.
There's very few guys who can actually get away with that.
Yeah.
Nice. He was down. He was so mega down. Dang,
yeah.
Dawson Knox is get up, man.
Oh, yeah, he landed.
He got
right
crushed.
Long hair. Theo has aura.
Yeah, he just slammed his head into the ground.
Oh, ouch.
That's tough. Damn.
Yeah, he did. That'll be a concussion. Walking off fine. That's good. Diggs has been worse than Shakir. I mean, he's been really inconsistent.
They're killing me in the comments.
Dad aura.
Someone said I had depressed aura.
You do.
Do I? It's the posters are not helping. Not helping my argument here, man.
Squidward. Oh my God. Another rush, Allen.
Josh Allen, another rush.
I don't know what kind of aura Blaiden has. It's definitely something.
Theo, you do have a letterbox, don't you?
I do. I'm not very active on there, though. Blaiden has, I just found a penny aura. Damn, 20. Diggs just got rocked. This has not been a good game for Diggs's legacy. This has not been him showing up when they need him most.
He's not the Avatar. Or maybe he is. Oh, Allen. Josh.
Ooh. Ooh. That would have been crazy. Yeah, not sure quite what he was doing there. Diggs
wasn't open.
Diggs was not open. He should have thrown it like 5 yards inside. Then maybe he could have.
Oh, get it. Oh, they picked it up. That's fourth down.
Yeah, but you got to go for it.
Yeah. All right.
Blaiden has there's a video that I see on Instagram sometime. There's like it's a snowy mansion. It's like in the forest and it's all glass and it's like super luxurious and modern and the snow is coming down. And then there's a flat screen TV with Tom and Jerry on it playing. That's Blaiden aura more than anything else I've ever seen. Just like the most luxurious place you can imagine with Tom and Jerry on the TV. Here we go. 4th and 3.
Go, Shakir, go.
3-man rush. Yes, get the ball in your best player's hands. Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, that thing worked, man. Man, this really is such a classic.
It's a special game. They're
just finding a way, man.
What's Josh's A-dot? Let's find out.
Probably
Oh,
got boosted by 170-yard throw.
It is at the moment. They don't want to tell me. At the next commercial break, I'll look it up. If someone else wants to. Third and 10. Wait.
Third and 4.
I'm way behind. Yeah, 3rd and 4. Sorry.
This is looking like very serious potential for too much time for Mahomes territory. There you go.
Oof, nice, yeah. Trent Sherfield.
Get it done, man. That was a bad snap. That could have been real bad.
Ooh, yeah, nice. Good call.
If it goes to overtime, it's scripted. It probably won't. But I don't disagree. They're trying to run out the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that's a game that you want to play.
You'd be passing it every time?
To time this thing up right would be so difficult and score a touchdown.
I'm okay with the run on first. I would not be okay with the run on second. And of the fact that it didn't work, of course. I agree with bringing it down to the 2-minute warning. There's no reason not to. You've got way more than enough time to score a touchdown, and you might as well take it. It's not like you're rushing. You'd want to score fast to give so Mahomes could just get the drive over with quickly, and you'd have like 20 seconds left. Damar Hamlin game-winning fake field goal. Here the lineup for the game-time kick. Damar Hamlin is on the field as the kicker. Diggs becoming the next Odell. Which means he's getting 2 rings.
Hey. It's just a brutal commercial break. I want to see this, man. Why don't they call the touchdown play? That's a great question.
Because apparently their touchdown play is the end around to Mecole Hardman.
Man, wake up, Matt. My fault. I just been sleepy all day. I'm sleepy most days. Imagine if the Hamlin play worked. I know.
I have so much respect for them dialing that up because it's great. It's just great either way. Just the fact that they did it is so funny that they called his number on this stage. Whether it works or doesn't, it's
Yeah, I've always thought that the when things are grim, be the grim reaper line did not go hard.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
It didn't really take over
It
the.
didn't move me. I would have thrown an interception if Andy Reid had said that to me. Dang. Oh, Allen. Pick your head up, man. We got to go.
All day. I guess there was a little bit of a bull rush from Jones, but he never really disengaged. Yeah, I shouldn't say all day. He's getting in there. Next Gen Stats has it at a 51.49% win chance. A true
toss up. Yeah, I couldn't tell you who's going to win. Get rid of it, Josh. That's not going to cut it.
no. Oh, baby. What did we say the whole time? It's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. Josh Allen has got to be sick to his stomach right now. I am so glad I'm not a fan of either of these teams, especially a Bills fan. I mean, they're still alive.
Yeah,
I guess
especially the team that hasn't won multiple Super Bowls and
yeah.
made the
I
AFC
mean,
Championship game 5 times in a row.
the nerves. I'm not jealous. I guess these moments are why you're a fan at all. But gotta be crazy. That's so unfortunate.
That's crazy.
That's so
That thing
unfortunate.
boomeranged out.
Can they take 3? I guess they can't take 3 knees.
No, not quite.
Wow.
I don't want to see his reaction to missing that, man. Just nothing. Damn, bro.
Was the hold good and everything?
He just missed. Like, he just missed.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
Oh, and Pacheco angry run. That is as close to game time as it can possibly get.
Second and one. Oh, Tyler.
Damn, I feel bad for him. That would suck.
That would not be fun.
That's a classic. I'm really glad I'm not. Oh, dude, that fucking sucks.
Oh.
Come on, fellas.
Guess run up the middle.
Guess that is game.
Wow. You just can't beat the Chiefs. You just can't beat the Chiefs. Yeah, get fired up, Pacheco. That was a great game from him.
That's tough.
6.5 yards a carry for him, 15 attempts, 97 yards. 3 runs over 10 yards. Wow.
Bills don't deserve that.
Fans Fans are throwing beer cans at the Chiefs, the Chiefs sideline. Wow. Rip the Mahomes rushing over. Dude, I know.
It's a tough one, man. Dang.
Yeah, but my bet isn't.
Oh, dude, I don't really want to see these poor Bills fans right now, man.
Wow. Cut to Taylor Swift. I do want to see it.
Okay.
Oh, man, that
Anyway.
Bills fan is in shambles. Oh, my God.
I know.
He was not.
I know.
I'll tell you, this is making me feel better about the Packers L, to be completely
Yeah, this would be
honest
100
with you.
times worse.
This has got to be an all-time. There are a lot. I feel like for most Bills, not most maybe, but any Bills fans that weren't cognizant for the 4 straight Super Bowl L's, this has got to be as bad as it gets. Patrick Mahomes. Wow.
I wouldn't be a good sport after this loss. I can tell you that much.
No, nor do you have any obligation to be.
Look at good guy Kelsey consoling Josh Allen.
Shameless.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
Chiefs, Ravens, AFC Championship. I should have stuck with my pick on the podcast. This is what I get for changing my mind.
That logo looks very purple for the Super Bowl. Right, I thought it was more 50-50, but really it's more purple. I think that is an insight.
Rumor has it Josh Allen is retiring and going to work as Mahomes' assistant. Yeah. Oh, Josh.
It just doesn't work out sometimes.
It just didn't align.
You can go try your hardest, and it's just sometimes being due isn't enough.
He was just as good as Mahomes was, really. Just kicker missed it. The special
throw is going to haunt him. Yeah.
I don't really know how much more he could have done. I guess at the end he didn't convert that new set of downs. They didn't need to kick a field goal, but man, what is that? 1 throw, 2. It's tough to say that he didn't play well. He didn't really take sacks, didn't throw picks, didn't turn the ball over. Diggs sold, I agree. He was a big, disappearing act really today outside of that one nice catch that he had. I've got Ravens Niners in the Super Bowl. I mean, that was my pick.
Right. Sometimes
so
it's
not
just
really
the
gonna
easy
change
stuff.
it. But four deserving teams. I mean, it's not like the Bucs are in there playing. I think that if it was obviously Ravens 49ers, that would be a good Super Bowl, but Lions Chiefs wouldn't be bad either, I don't think. I mean, oh man, this poor Bills fan just losing his shit. All right.
Okay. That's too bad. Nothing against the Chiefs, but
yeah.
That's a lame way for it to end.
The missed field
That's
goal.
lame.
Yeah, it was a bit anticlimactic. Still, it was a great game. I mean, I'll always remember that one.
Yeah.
I will always remember that one. So Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining the live stream. It was an absolute
Yes, sir.
classic. Thank you for
It
giving
was.
me the term Matt has Squidward aura and Blaiden has I just found a penny aura.
All right, you guys brainstorm a little bit. Think of a good one for Theo. Because both of those that you guys came up for me and Bladen are like kind of insults, like a little bit, like not really, but like sort of. Theo also has to get one. So go ahead and start brainstorming, tweet, at Stay Hot or at one of us and just let us know what you come up with because I'm blanking right now. But
I have a bit too much theater kid aura if you want a starting point. But owl aura is sick. Anyway.
He has Phoenix aura. Come on, man. Don't give us something cool. I want something.
Doric auras. That one's dumb. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna dig it before they can
say something mean.
Plankton aura. All right. I'll see it.